I can be changed by what happens to me, but I refuse to be reduced by it. Read that again and let it sink in. Change is happening. It is actually the only certain thing in life. But how you respond to change determines your future. And in your response is a great, awesome power. We all want to be the best. We all look up to role models. We look up to the best version of another person. But did you know that you are already the best? And the best version of yourself is there within you, ready to be discovered. And when you discover it, oh, how awesome and great the change will be. If you are aware today and you are conscious of what's stopping you from becoming the best, you will reach your goals faster by breaking stereotypes, not letting any exaggerated beliefs limit whom you can become, and by resetting your mindset and taking control of your mind. For far too long, for 2 decades, I let limited beliefs. It took me too long to actually tap into my inner power and embrace my true self, not letting any change belittle me. I was so looking forward to finding myself. The reality hit me hard when I saw how society categorized women and stereotyped them, especially people with disability. The constant urge to reach for the stars and to prove my worth has put a lot of pressure on my journey. The idea of a perfect mother being sacrificial and denying herself, putting others first above her needs, and on the other hand, a working mom is selfish and ambitious, made it hard for me to embrace my authenticity and my true self. For far too long, I let society and the limiting beliefs dictate my worth, and it held me back for far too long. I was taught that women should compromise their happiness and their dreams in order to build a family. I was taught that in order to experience my full femininity, I needed to become a mother. I was taught that a lot of things that were really holding me back. I was taught that I needed to get married when I reached a certain age because single women are stereotyped, and we all pass through that. Don't you we all get asked this question: do you have someone in your life? When are you getting married? Or when you get married, when are you getting kids? These are all pressures from the society, and that's all I knew. Until when I moved to Dubai in 2006, I got married and moved to Dubai. I was working in an insurance back then. And when I delivered my first child, I quit my job because I wanted to be that perfect mother. And time passed, and I didn't want to get back to my career because I thought I want to finish building my family, and then I will look after myself. After I delivered my second daughter, after 6 months of neglecting myself, I was so overweight from the pregnancy, eating whatever is available, not taking care of myself, not exercising. I inevitably fell down and broke my hip where my amputation was. That was a devastating experience. But it was my wake-up call. It was my defining moment in 2013. I had already lost my leg at the age of 15 to cancer, which made it hard for me to even fit in in the society. But with the enormous challenges, despite the enormous challenges, I made it through, and I ticked all the boxes. I finished my education, I found a partner, I found a career, and I got married. I ticked all that. But it was hard for me to face society every single day, especially getting used to wearing a prosthetic leg. And now, a broken hip, at 35, all these questions were racing in my head. How am I supposed to move on now? How will I get up? My kids were my motivation, honestly. After 3 months of staying in the wheelchair, waiting for my hip to be recovered, I started to reflect back on my life. How did I lose myself? Not taking care of myself, not exercising. So I came to a realization that I needed to take control of my life. I needed to let go of the old beliefs and not let society dictate my worth again. So I had to reset my mind. See, resetting your mind requires a conscious decision towards adapting new ways of thinking and approaching life. How did I reset my mind? I started to identify the limiting beliefs that were stopping me. When I lost my leg, I thought that disabled people were weak and incompetent and incapable of change. I thought that disability was ugly, painful, and I needed to cover it. And if I can't, hide it from the society, hide it from people's pitiful looks. When I lost my leg, I gave up on sports. Sports was my passion. I just thought, I can't. I can't run, I can't cycle, I just can't. After I identified all these limiting beliefs that were holding me back, I started to question them, question their validity. Are they assumptions or based on facts? Challenging these negative thoughts. How is this useful? How is this helpful? How is this necessary? So I started to put for myself achievable goals, little steps, and celebrate the progress every single day. It wasn't easy. It wasn't easy at all. Deciding to go to the gym every single day, to focus on myself, to think of myself first, prioritize myself as a mother, it wasn't easy. But I had to do it, and giving up wasn't an option. And sometimes you hit rock bottom until you are reborn again. The most important thing is not let failures and setbacks hold you back. Instead, view them as opportunities to grow and to learn from them. Through all this, through all my life, my mom was my motivation and inspiration. She always lifted me with her words. I remember when I used to get depressed and sad, she used to tell me, Dareen, you will remember, you will look back one day and forget all the tears and all the pain that you've passed through, and you will laugh. It's important to have someone in our life pushing us, someone that motivates us. And here I want to recall an amazing woman from history, Her Highness Princess Noura, who was a great example of resilience and determination. To her brother, His Highness King Abdulaziz, the founder of Saudi Arabia, when faced with adversity and difficulty, he used to remember her and recall her with a very famous Saudi phrase. You know it? وَنَخُ نُورَ. It means, I am the brother of Noura. I reframed my thoughts. I turned the negative thoughts into positive ones. So I replaced the I can't by I can do it by practice and effort. And after 1 year of perseverance and consistency, I lost a lot of weight. I lost 25 kilograms after 1 year. And I started to see a big change in myself. My confidence was regained. And I felt something I had not felt since my teenage years while playing sports. The sense of achievement from training every day and the control, because I could control how I looked and how I felt. And I started to be grateful, being grateful for everything that I have passed through, because they made me the woman I am today. I achieved a lot of things that I couldn't have dreamt of achieving. I finished a super sprint triathlon, running, swimming, and cycling at the same time. I participated in World Beauty, Fitness, and Fashion Show in London, where there was no disability category. I challenged myself and I stepped on stage to break people's perception for beauty and to change their mind, change my perception of myself. And I won in the transformation division. And 2 years ago, I broke the Guinness World Record for the one-leg wall sit. Why did I do all that? What am I trying to prove to the world? I'm doing that for the 15-year-old Dareen, to make her proud. The only person you need to make proud is your younger self, is the 5-year-old girl, 5-year-old boy who dreamt of becoming someone. Becoming the best version of yourself requires time and effort, requires self-reflection and a commitment to personal growth. And the most important thing is to surround yourself with the successful, with the ambitious, inspiring, and the supportive. Sometimes you need to cut off the unsupportive, but other times, don't even bother. Because when you grow, they will fall off by themselves. And remember, when faced with adversity, most people who face adversity achieve long-term success. على قدر أهل العزم تأتي العزائم. Today, let change produce a new you, but never reduce you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.